Hi, this is Mr. Murphy, counselor at Fossil Ridge High School, and I want to talk with you all today about using Naviance to start your college search process. The purpose of this lesson is to get you all started with the process of finding schools that are going to match your abilities, interests, and they're going to match future plans that you have after you graduate from Fossil. This presentation will help you with that process of finding schools in which you may find interesting for you and may want to apply for during your senior year. The first step for working on this college search is going to be logging into Naviance. You access Naviance from the Fossil homepage under Quick Links, and then you will enter in your ID number and your PIN number to log in to your Naviance page. Once you log in, you're going to click on the Colleges tab, and then from there you want to click on the Supermatch College Search. Once you get to the Supermatch College Search, then you can start finding different colleges by selecting all the different criteria on the left side of the menu there. You can choose all sorts of different criteria, and that will help to identify which colleges are going to match the different criteria that you select. As you choose those different criteria, your list is going to be created. And you can see that these colleges are all 100% matches based on all of the criteria that I selected. As you have your list, you can add schools that interest you to My Pinned Schools just by clicking on the Pin It box that's for each school. This will then put those pinned schools underneath the My Pinned Schools, and this will help you to just kind of get an idea of the schools that you maybe have a little bit more interest than others. You can also click on More Info to learn more about the individual schools. Under each school it will say More Info, and just click on there. Under the More Info tab you can learn some basic school facts, request information, visit that school's website, and view some additional resources such as campus housing, tuition, athletics, and other really important information like how to visit that campus. You can also add different schools to the colleges that I'm thinking about by clicking on Add to List under each school. Adding colleges to colleges I'm thinking about is a great idea because this is the way that you can start to really narrow down a good list of schools so that you can start to view some different information about them and also decide whether or not this is a school that you want to apply to. Some of the information you can see in colleges I'm thinking about includes their application deadlines as well as expected difficulty based on your GPA and your ACT test scores. You can also put into, under colleges I'm thinking about, your interest level, whether that's high, your first choice, high, maybe a medium interest, or maybe a low interest as well. As you finish your search in the College Supermatch, you can also save your search and come back to it later. If you click on Save, that's going to save that search, so if you come back at another time, you can look at those same criteria to kind of view that same search. You can also view all of the searches that you've created, and you can also start over here if you want to start a different search using different criteria. As you're creating your list for college, there are lots of important things that you want to pay attention to. Remember that early in the search process, it is okay to have a number of schools on your list. Sometimes that could mean as many as 20 schools. When you're working on the process and you're early in that, it's okay to have a lot of schools, and you want to make sure that as you're doing your research, you're narrowing that list down to a manageable size. As you're doing that research, you can add and subtract schools depending on what you're looking for. And it's always a good idea to continually narrow down that list as you get closer to applying to schools. A good list of schools to apply to is going to be anywhere between 4 and 8. If you've really done your research well, then applying to anywhere between 4 to 8 schools is pretty manageable. Applying for more than 8, maybe 10, 15, even 20 schools can really be a lot and a daunting task because you're having to do applications and essays for all of those schools. And if you're applying to more than 10 schools, we really don't feel like you've done a good job of doing your research and figuring out which schools are going to be the best fit for you. So we really encourage you, as you're working on this list, that you're continually narrowing it down so that you can get to a better place and get really to that list of 4 to 8. There are also lots of additional websites and other resources that can help you to create your list of schools and to create a list of colleges that you may be interested in. There's Princeton Review's website, College Prowler, Merit Aid, College in Colorado, College Board, ACT Student or ACT's website, and also the Denver Spring College Fair that's over at the University of Denver. If you are interested in the Denver Spring College Fair, please see the College and Career Center for more details about that. As you're working on the college search process, you may have a lot of questions about colleges and need to get some answers. There are lots of different resources here at the school and beyond to make sure that you get all your questions answered. One great place is to visit the college's website. That's the best place and best source of information about that college, so go visit their website. We also really encourage you to go visit and meet with the college representatives when they come to visit Fossil. There are lots and lots of colleges that come and visit in the fall, but there are also some that will be coming to visit in the spring to meet with you. So go and meet with those college representatives and get information from them. Attend a college fair. There are lots of different college fairs. There is the one in the spring coming up at DU, that's usually in April. But then also there are the in-state and out-of-state college fairs here in Fort Collins that we would encourage you to go visit. Okay, go on a college visit, another great way to get your questions answered about different schools. We have lots of great schools that are within an hour's drive of here that you can go visit, but maybe if you're on spring break and are close to a college that you might be interested in, go visit with that school, go take a tour, meet with some of the admissions people just so that they can answer any questions that you have. Visit the College and Career Center. There are lots of great resources there, as well as a college and career counselor that can answer your questions and help you with the process as well. Remember to talk with your teachers or somebody at home, okay? They went to college at some point too, and they can answer lots of questions that you may have about college life, about finding the best fit, and just getting as much information as you can about college. And then finally, we really encourage you to meet with your counselor as well, okay? There's lots of good information that we have available to you and want to help you with finding out what are the best fit of schools for you, okay? The college search process is a very large process, something that we encourage you to get started as soon as you can. And all along the way, if you have questions, please make sure that you're using all the resources that are available to answer any questions that you have. Thanks.